If you read the latest tech brochures, artificial intelligence is presented as a flawless marvel, a perfect, frictionless solution engineered to squeeze maximum efficiency out of every working hour. The dominant narrative, the one heavily pushed by Silicon Valley, promises that these algorithms are here to liberate us. We're told they will wash away the tedious parts of our daily work, leaving us free to focus on what truly matters. But history paints a far less charitable picture. Corporate automation prioritizes scaling down overhead. On muse assembly lines, the introduction of the machine didn't free the workers, it replaced them. What we are watching right now is the latest chapter in that exact same playbook. The mechanisms have evolved from mechanical gears to complex algorithms, but the underlying intent remains exactly the same. The promise of liberation reframes a cold economic reality. It allows firms to phase out human roles under the guise of progress, effectively turning active participants into temporary observers of their own displacement. The tech sector loves to point out how AI takes over the tedious chores, like basic coding or sniffing out simple software bugs, tasks no one enjoys anyway. But algorithms rarely stop at the bottom rung. It begs the question, what happens when these systems graduate from basic testing and start mimicking the complex, thought-intensive work that requires real human ingenuity? This brings us to the buzzword augmentation. In reality, it is a euphemism used to trick highly skilled experts into training their digital replacements. These apprentices absorb a lifetime of knowledge in weeks, rendering human experience stationary without ever stopping for a break. And the new roles created to handle this? Take the prompt engineer. It's pitched as a futuristic career, but practically, it resembles a modern-day scribe carefully crafting requests to beg favors from a silicon entity. Inventing new titles to oversee machines rather than managing people is a beautifully disguised downgrade. We are slowly handing our agency over to the toad. This dynamic isn't contained to Silicon Valley. It's spreading outward, an unstoppable, suffocating force rewriting the rules of deeply human-centric industries. In healthcare, we are moving toward a reality where doctors act more like high-end technicians. Instead of relying on medical intuition, they are relegated to double-checking the data spit out by algorithms. Manufacturing is seeing a similar slide. Humans are transitioning from active creators to passive shepherds, simply ensuring the automated systems are still running. Look at finance. Trading floors once packed with people are now dominated by algorithms, isolated systems capable of crashing a market in milliseconds. Across every one of these sectors, the common thread is clear. Human beings are being systematically stripped of their role as active participants, pushed to the edges as marginalized observers. The standard corporate response to this impending wave of unemployment is a single, relentless demand: you must upskill. People are told to learn new coding languages or study AI ethics to stay relevant. But this is an unwinnable loop. You go back to school, you put in the hours, and those shiny new qualifications are rendered completely outdated the exact moment you acquire them. There is a severe economic fallout to this cycle too. Because a senior employee armed with AI is highly productive, companies stop hiring junior staff altogether. They save money on headcount today, but they deliberately cripple the future pipeline of talent needed to manage complex projects down the line. Meanwhile, serious ethical problems like algorithmic bias, massive privacy violations, and systemic financial risks are conveniently brushed aside. Corporations simply don't have the time to worry about the downsides when there is a race for peak efficiency. This technological pursuit builds toward a rigid, permanent hierarchy. Algorithms dictate every critical decision, leaving humans to handle the specific tasks the code finds too tedious or complex to process. True progress enhances the human experience. Prioritizing absolute corporate efficiency over everything else risks sacrificing our humanity for the sake of a spreadsheet.